because you heard other people speak, right? So I would recommend just watching this whole video. Everything I type, you should type. If you don't want to do that, watch it and just listen this time through, get to know the process, and then the next time through, type everything. So we're actually going to do coding in this training here. You're going to learn absolutely everything you need to know, A to Z. Now, like I said, I'm an algorithmic trader, so I had a reason to learn how to code, but it took me a couple years to learn how to code, and it will not take you a couple years because I'm putting everything I know into this video. So there's really no other place to be right now if you want to learn how to code. Like I showed you, entry level is crazy at these companies. You know, year 2, year 3, it goes up and up, 340, 359, 435. Senior levels, 500,000, 400,000. So it's like, if this is something that you can learn, just like learning another language or learning to play a sport or learning anything, isn't it worth it? Yeah, so just stick around for this video and I'll show you exactly how. You know, it's no different than learning any other skill. And my mission is to teach as many people how to code, because I truly believe no matter what your skin color is, where you live in the world, if you grew up rich or poor, as long as you have access to a computer, you can code. And then if you know how to code, it's like knowing English, right? You either know it or you don't. And if you know it, then you can qualify for careers that pay you a lot more. I'm not guaranteeing you're going to get a career right out of this, but these are literally the salaries that Stripe pays and Instacart pays. And the only thing that's different between the people that are working there getting those salaries and you is they took the journey to start learning how to code. And like I said, I'm just a regular dude. Like, it's not hard. You don't need to be a mathematician. You don't need to get some Harvard degree or anything. Like, just don't listen to everybody else. Like, the people that say that it's so hard to code are other coders because they want to act like they're super smart or anything. But I'm just an entrepreneur. I did not know how to code a couple years back, and now I know how to code, and I'm going to show you everything here in this video. So just ignore all of the big talking developers out there that pretend like it's super hard. There's a lot of big words that coders tend to use, and that, for me at least, was the most intimidating part, because there's all these words that are thrown around, and when you hear a word in English that you don't know, it's intimidating. It's like, what? I have no clue what you're talking about. You must be so smart. But in reality, it's just like a set of 20 or 30 words that are used repeatedly in the coding language that you just have to learn. But like I said, I'm just a regular dude. Grew up, biking, skateboarding, playing sports, playing on my computer the rest of the time, sitting on my laptop, playing SOCOM and Zelda, big time gamer. So if you can learn how to play a video game, wow, you are already on your way to learn how to code and then unlocking just a great life, because you can code from anywhere. All I do is bring my laptop and I can build absolutely anything in the world now. Anything I can imagine, I can code. And I want you to get to that point, because my mission is to help as many people learn to code, because then it doesn't matter if you're in sub-Saharan Africa, as long as you have a laptop and Wi-Fi, you can learn how to code. And if you can learn how to code, that unlocks the whole world for you. Because look, Cruise or Roblox, they're just looking for people who know how to code. And of course, people that are good at it, so people who study it. But most of the population gets intimidated like I used to get intimidated. Right? It's scary. You think other people are so smart because they know how to code, but in reality, they just learned a little subset of English, a different type of English. If you know English, you can learn how to code. It comes down to that. And you don't have to be super smart. I promise you that. I promise you that. There's a lot of BS, a lot of big words out there. They try to be smart. But if you are good enough at scrolling YouTube, TikTok, then you can code. And I always joke about this, but it's so true. You're really becoming a professional Googler. Once you learn the basics that I will teach you all through this training, then everything else is on Google. If you run into a problem, you just Google it. And all of the answers are there. So you're really becoming a professional Googler today. And I'm going to lean on Google just to show you how to Google as a coder. Yes, there's a ton of stuff I'm going to teach you today, so take notes. But once you understand these core concepts and you can make that mental shift of knowing that you are able to do this, I know you can do this because you found this video. That means you're technically advanced enough in order to code. And I'm so passionate about this because I truly believe if I teach this, I will help so many people unlock a new world of opportunities. Because think of it like this. If right now all of the tech companies were hiring people who knew how to write cursively or write in cursive, do you remember that when you learned how to write in cursive? It was a skill, right? You